Hey geeks, do you love comics, collectibles, and TCG? Well, here at Cardboard Cave, we have the place for you. Pass by Kapitan Granuja Comics and Games and find all your favorite geeky items there. Look for them at Facebook or Instagram or call them at 787-659-7003. A store blessed by Nicole Bolas. Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you guys are having an extremely amazing night. Sorry that last week we didn't have a live. It was due to the fact that, by the means of the gods of not letting us stream, my side of Puerto Rico had low voltage. Orengo's side had no light, so it was very crazy, and we couldn't do anything about it. Plus, then on Sunday, there was going to be a special episode for all of you. And again, it happened all over again. Low voltage in my area, so we couldn't do it. And it was sad because we couldn't throw new content for you. But after this, I know that we're going to have a lot of things for you. So before we start, don't forget that you guys can go ahead and hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Like that, you guys can go ahead and see your favorite episode again, or see the special episode of Caldime opening the booster packs and the pre-release. Plus, there's going to be a special series for you guys on how to build your own cube, thanks to one of our hosts, JP, that we're going to start. That is already has been started, and we're going to start editing it like that. You guys can have it available. And then remember, if you can't watch us, you can listen to us in your favorite podcast format. So anywhere you guys think, or your favorite platform, go ahead, look for us at Cardboard Cave MTG, hit that follow button, and all episodes will be available the next day of this live session. So when we finish tomorrow around 12 o'clock, you'll have your audio format available for you. So let's go ahead and present everybody from the whole cast of Planeswalkers from the next series of Netflix. Here we go. From the west side, the one that didn't have light, but hey, it is what it is here in Puerto Rico. We have Orengo.
Hi, I have light now. I have a ring light too. Look at that. Ooh, ring light. Yeah, I'm good now.
And then the one and only that always comes late, or when he comes early, something happens and he comes late anyway. Chris.
Hey.
And our newly star that is going to have his own series on our YouTube channel will be the one and only, the master himself of the cube, JP.
Hey, Chris was early today.
That's true.
I know Chris was very early today.
Yes.
When I was on my way here, it was really funny because he went ahead and he told me, I'm gonna uniform Elp, and I'm like, do we have a uniform? I did not know.
Yeah,
So
it's that
then-
I consciously made the choice to wear my Magic shirt almost every time we stream. So,
we should send an email to the it's called MTG Pro Shop. They sell a lot of like Magic the Gathering shirts, swag. We should talk to them like that.
Oh,
They
man.
can send us a couple
I
shirts.
want to get like the Post Malone Magic shirt. It was like the little button up with all. Did you see it?
That was beautiful.
I don't know
Oh,
who
yeah.
was the one that shared that picture on our Facebook page. I was like, okay, so tomorrow's post will be Post Malone's shirt on this show. And then I went to our page and I saw that somebody posted. I'm like, somebody went ahead from me. So, oh well, it's there. That's the whole point. So here we got the real white right is saying, what's up, John? Orengo, what's up?
Hey.
Disco vibes on that green screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's going on tonight.
Yeah, you're missing one important color there. Where's white?
White doesn't matter.
Where is white, John?
Where is white?
Where is the white?
So,
Not
in further
even
ado, our first super extremely fast topic of tonight is our main phase that this week Secret Lair announced a Black History Month layer, and it's really interesting. They only have teased 2 cards out of 5, and it's really cool that they're taking this up to a good cause and a good like how do you say highlight on MTG, due to the fact that we actually did talk about these kind of controversial things that are happening at WOTC. So let's go ahead and talk about this for a while. And not only that, here are the 2 cards. The 2 cards that have been teased is Shalai, Voice of Plenty, and the famous and one and only most annoying card that Orengo has every time we play Commander in turn 1,
Yes.
Ponder.
So good. Beautiful card.
I mean, Orengo's turn ones can be like Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, Mana Vault, and then just go off. Could be worse. Could be worse.
Could be
Yeah,
worse.
he's like
tasty.
Island, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, and then next turn Urza, and then we're like, can somebody do something about this?
Oh well, and
No.
the Jewel Lotus too, which is
Oh,
a
and
great
Jewel
addition.
Lotus.
Yes.
Thank you, Jewel Lotus. Thank you.
Jeweled Lotus turn one Urza, and yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, guys. So here are the 2 teased, I would say, cards for the new secret layer.
Mhm.
Are you guys aiming up to buy this secret layer for only these 2 cards? I already asked our friend Carlos if he was gonna get it. He's like, I don't know yet. Depending on the cards they show, I'm like, dude, it has Ponder. You don't say no to Ponder. So what do you guys think about this? Are you guys pumped? What cards do you guys think that are going to be the next 3? If you guys have any idea, or at least mention one that you think that should be added to the list. Let's start with JP to see. What do you think, JP?
I love the art. I really. Could you go back to the art?
Sure.
Like, I love that Ponder art. You can see when you look at that Ponder art, you look at the normal Ponder art. It is like paying homage to that original Ponder art. I really do like that Ponder art. I don't know what it is about it. It just feels right. And I am also thinking like maybe it's a fairy. I like Piro Dominaria. Like I don't really think Time Raveler. He's maybe a bit too soon. But like a Teferi, because like a prominently black Planeswalker, that could be definitely one of the cards that could be added.
Mhm.
But that Ponder really looks nice. Shalai looks nice, but I really like that art. My mother has a painting on her wall, and it's like it was beautiful. It's just like very similar styles.
Mhm.
Okay. So how about you, Chris? What do you think? You're gonna get it? You're not
Man,
gonna get it?
As always, as we've previously stated, I am a Wizards horse, so if Wizards puts it out, I'm gonna want to buy it. But especially with this, first off, like I saw the art of that Ponder, and I just fell in love with because recently I've been getting a lot into no, put the art back. The art is just so much better. Just put the art back. It's just so pretty.
I want to make a joke. Give me a second.
Nah, but I've been recently getting into trying to embrace my curly hair. I was thinking of maybe trying some protective hairstyles to make it grow and stuff like that. So it was kind of like a nice coincidence that I started talking about a lot of that stuff this week, and then you have this Ponder art, and it has this black woman with these amazing dreads in the back, and I just loved it. It was amazing timing.
Hey, Chris,
and
one question. I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I don't know.
Capitalism, yay!
I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't love magic here.
I don't have issues. You know what I mean?
No, of course not.
So this is all an investment.
To be honest, I think the best part of the joke here is just the fact that there's an iconic Masters box on top.
How can you say that? This is the best Master set ever launched on Magic the Gathering.
John, we can talk about Master sets in an episode, and we will walk so hard on that iconic Masters.
How can you say that? It has pretty dragons.
Of course.
That they don't do nothing.
Yeah, and they cost pennies on the dollar.
Koku Show is amazing. Come on.
No.
Yeah. Okay, go back.
But the other thing that made me just love when I saw the reveal of these cards is Shalai. I love Shalai as a card. I have her in my token deck. So that already kind of like the Ponder and the Shalai just all kind of make this an auto buy for me because they're both cards that I have in my commander decks and that I would love to swap out for that beautiful art.
Mhm.
But that Shalai, like anyone that's played D&D with me knows I love to smack. I always play barbarian when I play D&D. So you give me an art of an angel with a basically like a huge claymore in her hand, and yeah, you've got me sold. Like you already sold this product to me. It's over, dude. Um, Also, if I'm not mistaken, you mentioned 5 cards, but isn't the secret lair supposed to be 7 cards?
Yes, they're
Uh,
gonna slowly spoil them
yeah.
as the
My
month
bad.
progresses.
I
Yeah.
thought it was 5 cards. My bad.
No, yeah. That's how
It's
I
a
got
total of
confused. I'm like,
7,
huh?
and I hope it's actually
Because when
7 and
they
not like 5 and 2 tokens. I hope there's actually 7 stupid cards.
that is a good
Yeah,
point. I hope John didn't jinx it by saying it's 5.
yeah,
My bad.
it might be 5 and
Like,
2 tokens. Ooh,
oh no, please no. Me dio hasta calor de pensar en eso. No, no,
gotcha.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
But at least from what I can expect from this secret layer, I can't think of like other black characters in Magic like right off the top of my head. Oh wait, Sahili and Teferi, obviously, which was already mentioned. But yeah, Sahili would be a really good like I would love if they would just like the rest of the cards they include in here if they were basically just black characters in Magic the Gathering's history. To me, that'd be
Mhm.
great. Um, but even if they
Actually,
did include like the other thing that I would like, other than Saheed is amazing, of course, and then there's Teferi, which all of his any Teferi card is amazing, really. Like even his, I think he even had like a
they can
Planeswalker
make
deck card or something.
they
Even
can
that
make
was kind of good.
Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah,
All the
there's a
alternate
rare.
arts.
Yeah, the alternate
Really?
art is it's a black sack Snapcaster Kit Mage.
Huh. That is awesome. I didn't know that. That is a really
I
cool
think it's
I
a
little
don't.
judge
detail.
promo.
It's a judge promo. Yeah, exactly. I think it's a judge promo.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Okay.
Um, so other than that, I would also like to see like some legitimately like good like cards for commander that are actually useful with some black art. That'd be freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
There was another thing I had in mind, and I kind of forgot what I had. Oh, the other thing that really stood out to me, and that I
Mhm.
really liked a lot, is that first off, with the reveal of the secret layer. The first they did like the reveal article of the secret layer with the 2 cards, and right after that, they published an article. I forgot the name of the person. I would have to look up the article in a second, but I can't multitask because I'm stupid sometimes. But they also revealed their director of diversity, which which first off, it's a woman, which I think is like a great decision in the diversity department. I just really like the fact that the 2 revealed arts are not just like black people in the art. It is like, well, in this case, 3 black women, and I don't know. I just find that to be really really cool.
Okay. How about you, Orengo? Are you planning on getting this secret layer? Do you love it?
I
Have any
mean,
cards that you think that it might pop out from this in this set?
you know me. There's a ponder there, and it looks pretty. I'm gonna buy it because it has a
He
ponder.
likes buying singles.
No, but I haven't bought like Secret Lair singles. I usually like either I buy the whole thing or I just ignore it completely. I've only bought 2. I bought the opt one because it had 4 ops because it's blue, and I bought the extra life one because it was good value. I missed out on the Women's Day one, which was good value too. I missed out on that one. That was stupid of me not to buy it, but it has a ponder, so I'm probably gonna get it. I want to say a few things. I googled what characters in MTG because you know me, I don't know lore, so I had to actually Google what characters are actually black in MTG's world. We have Kaya, which maybe they'll
Yeah.
include one of
Oh,
the
of
old
course. How can I
Kaya,
forget Kaya? Damn.
and then obviously Teferi would be another include, but I don't think they're gonna put 2 planeswalkers, so they might have to pick between one of
Yeah.
them. I don't
Yeah.
know who. But they'll probably put like good. I hope they put like good stapley cards. That's all I hope. Ponder's a good start. Shall I guess it's interesting.
Oh
I
wait,
want.
they
Yeah.
can even put Vivian.
They can put Vivian too. Hopefully like an older Vivian or like a good Vivian.
Yeah.
As long as it's like a good card, I don't care. I want to get spicy for a second. The original Shalai is white.
Is she though?
Actually,
Yeah.
I actually haven't like
Didn't
checked.
really
Yes,
notice. Let me-
someone made a video I mean, they put a spicy title. It was like, Magic is doing blackface because Shalai was a white character and now they turned her into a black character. It was very
Ugh,
spicy.
that is
But,
that's some
but
That
peak
does
when
shit.
I
not look
checked,
that white.
I
Like
checked.
that.
No,
that
no, 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 no. Check the
That
card.
doesn't look
No, no,
white
no,
at
sir,
all.
Oh,
sir.
come
Shalai.
on.
Check the
I'm
Shalai.
literally looking
She's
at her
white.
right now. You
She's
can
white.
you can kind
She's
of
white.
barely tell, to
There's
be
the,
honest.
the
Okay,
only
let me see.
pixel
Let me
that she
see.
has on her face is white. I'm sorry, that's
Mhm.
white. It is white. That's a white character.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
That's
that's
a white
white.
character. She's a white
That's
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
no.
white. Yes,
But
sir. Yes.
Let me just.
Zoom in if
I
you want.
just hold on. I will
Just want to be
literally
spicy because I
go
want
get
to
the
make it like
card.
a
Hold on.
discussion.
I
It'll
will
be interesting.
literally go get the card and look at it. Give me
Yeah, go
one
look at it.
second.
Look at the
Look
chat.
I gotta know. I gotta know.
Look at the chat.
Okay, I have the artist's page
Yeah.
in my yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Oh god.
What you
What?
can do is you can say it's white passing, I guess. Like you can say white passing.
Okay, so the reason why it doesn't look like white is because of the lighting.
So it could be a lighting thing. True.
Could be a. It's a
Because I think
either way, it's an angel.
there was one Teferi card I think that did the same thing. That the lighting made it look like he looked white too. So there's also that thing where lighting is there. So it's interesting because there's always that issue with art where because of the lighting sometimes some artists get critique that they don't portray the skin tones properly because when they're utilizing lighting, some people can't comprehend lighting sometimes, and they're like, oh, you did skin tones wrong. And I remember one example. There's like this Pokemon. I know this is like a tangent, but I'll come back to this. There's this gym leader in like I think in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and she's a black character, and she is I think the water gym character.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I know who
Right?
you're talking about.
So then she drew her a little lighter in skin tone because she implemented some lighting in the framing of the art, and people on Twitter went nuts because it's not the right like lighting and all that. People freaked out because of it. So it could be an issue of lighting, right? It could be an issue of lighting.
Damn it. Okay. Unfortunately, my camera is just not good. But now
it
that
could
you're
be
mentioning the lighting, like I'm looking at Shalai's face and I'm looking at the Shalai over here.
Mm-hmm.
And at least from what my kind of blind glasses eyes here can tell, it is literally the same face. Like I don't really see a huge, but it comes down to what you're saying, the lighting, because at least from what I can see here,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
the
if
lighting
you
here is like
guys-
much softer. Meanwhile, here it's like a really red and intense light.
Yeah.
So it could even be like a thing in which she is black, but she's just has like a bit more of like a lighter skin tone. I don't want to say like light skin because that just I don't
It
know.
would be
sounds
weird
but-
because usually MTG would make a big deal out of this because they literally did an article of Kaya. So it's weird that they never addressed if Shalai was like a black character because they do it with every single character now.
yeah,
Like when they introduced the new Planeswalker, I forgot the name, Nico.
Nico, yeah, the gender
Right?
neutral
Right,
planeswalker.
they made like a whole thing about it. So it's interesting. They didn't do anything with Shalai, at least that I know of.
I have to look for something now. I'm.
Zumba.
God damn it, man.
Ooh, this got interesting. I like this.
Yeah, I know. A main face turned to a topic.
Right?
I mean,
Because I saw the video and I was like, and then I looked at the card. I was like,
Okay, so I'm gonna share this.
right. Go ahead.
Let me stop that screen.
Regardless,
Let me go.
though, I want to get it because of the ponder alone. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get that because
So
Man,
this
it's
is
just, Shalai's
this is-
art just looks too good, man.
okay. So this
I love
is
the
the
art.
official
yeah,
page of the artist.
we're gonna analyze this to like
Yeah, you can. She
Look
has
at
the black
that.
facial traits.
You
dude.
can
That's
can
true.
tell that
There is
there's
black-
lighting.
Yes.
There's
a
lighting. Like, she
lighting.
has like the light right in
there.
her face because the lighting angle is like right here.
in Dominaria, the set, there's
Yeah.
4 angels. One of them is a previous character. All 3 of the new characters are black angels. All of them.
Okay.
Shalai's black.
Really, that's
Yes.
interesting.
That's
I
Fire
didn't know.
Dawnbringer, the Sarah Angel, and Shalai.
So there is
Tiana
an
should
issue
caretaker
with lighting.
Did they reprint
Yeah.
Sarah Angel in the Dominaria? I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I don't really think that Shalai's like art here is like an issue with lighting. It's more just like
Oh no, dude!
It's
Like
lighting, period.
yeah,
Like-
yeah. But if you at first instance, like in where I'm right now looking at, because the thing is that I have okay right now in the screen that I have it. I don't see the lighting issue. She looks darker
Okay.
because this screen is a little bit much more darker than the main one.
Hmm.
So, but if I move her back to my screen,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
lighting
our
is
underwear
right
is showing, John.
Ha
there. Huh?
ha ha ha.
Our underwear
Underwear.
is like the stream.
The stream
Oh
was
my
there.
god, my
Look at
bad.
With all
that.
the
This is
stats.
how we stream. This is how we do.
If you look at the chat,
Inception.
I sent 3 photos. You can look properly.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
let me go ahead
The
and
Lyra Dawnbringer and the Sarah Angel.
Nice. It is good art.
See?
let me go ahead and
I
share
feel like the
the.
problem with magic cards is that they're too small.
Yeah, art can't be appreciated that
Yeah.
way.
When it's so tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
Mm.
That's
That's why
why
we need
I.
everything to be full art, but at the
Oh
same
yeah.
time, I
For
don't want it
sure.
all to be full art because
True,
No,
because will be homogenous, which yeah.
you
yeah,
know what's the issue? One of the biggest issues is that Wizard of the Coast should make like a small little, like their own little store where you can buy prints. I know understand that artists do it already, but they have to wait a certain amount of time
Before they can sell the art.
because before they can sell the art, like they can't go ahead. And there was a big issue about this because previous artists like Mark Tedden and everything, they had this small issue that their contracts would say that, oh, this art is for Wizard of the Coast, only for Wizard of the Coast, so they couldn't resell prints
ooh,
or
Wasti
anything.
being controversial again.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a long time ago, and then they fixed it because a lot of the artists, when you go to a Grand Prix, well, now it's a Magic Fest.
Mhm.
When you go to Magic Fest, normally, depending on the area that you go, a bunch of artists go and have their little like table with a bunch of playmats or prints, and you can take your favorite card and like that they can sign it.
Mhm.
So Wizard of the Coast had to change like those guidelines because it was affecting the artist market side. But now you can go to the website. It's called inprint.com. You can
Hmm.
write down your favorite MTG artist. One of them for me is Carla Ortiz. She has an amazing
I
cards.
thought
One
you
of
were
the
gonna say
most
John Avon.
no, John Avon, yeah, but it's because of like the lands. That's it. But my favorite artist is Carla Ortiz and Mark Tedden.
Mhm.
Um, Carla Ortiz is the one that did basically all the promotions for War of the Sparks
Okay.
and the Flip Liliana.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah, and plus she's Puerto Rican.
Nice.
Hey.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's another plus. Um, been trying to see. I'm gonna try and see if we can get her to come to the show to give her a small interview. Let's see. Anything
Yeah.
can happen.
Anything can
So
happen.
I would hope.
yeah, I know. For the next topic of tonight, the main topic of them all. Let me go ahead and have so many things here that it's ridiculous. So what does white do in standard now? And I don't mean
Nothing.
standard.
Nothing.
Next topic.
We're done
Easy.
here. It does nothing.
Easy. Oh my
Oh,
god.
So
man.
guys, so let's talk about this. You know that pretty symbol right there. What does it do in standard?
Nothing that it should be doing.
What is that
Because-
again?
That's the
Is that a thing
Man.
you play with blue?
I
what
think
you do?
so.
No, you use it with black.
that looks like a
Right?
it just looks like a complimentary color to me. It just goes in everything and nothing.
Do you pay for and destroy everything? Is that all you do?
Yeah, because white is removal, guys. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, white is removal. So apparently, guys, there was this small little video that Orengo sent us of the professor talking about the color white in Magic the Gathering. Right now in standard is nothing. Literally, it's nothing. There's no cards, and people are calling white the removal color when we all know that it's not, because in Commander, I know that there's certain removal cards like Path
only
to
have, like,
Exile.
We only use like 2 removal cards.
Exactly, there's,
for
like,
commander.
Exactly.
Like,
There's like two.
realistically.
It's Wrath of God and Path to Exile.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean,
Premium
there's
one.
Swords to Plowshares. I was thinking more
Oh,
like
yeah,
Path
Swords
to
to
Exile and,
Plowshares, yeah.
and Swords to Plowshares. Like I don't. At least I know that this might sound stupid, but in my head, like removal and board wipes kind of aren't the same thing because I
Okay.
kind of think of like removal as like spot removal for the most part,
Okay.
more than like thinking of it. But that's just like a me thing. That's just how it works in my brain. I know that's not how that works, but it just does it.
Yeah, but I just say removal in general because
Mhm.
it's a very small number.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
If you're playing white in commander, especially if it's even if it's a 5 color commander, your white sources in terms of like removal will be your common path to exile, wrath of god, or swords to plowshare. Literally, that's all. And if you're a mono white, he mentions it a
Enthusiast.
lot. Prison, your cards there's basically no removal. All your cards are remove this from the game or remove that. Cards enter the battlefield. Tap. There's a lot of things. So let's do the same order as last time. JP, what you think about this? Are you think this is going to be an issue for the future of standard, or do you think that this new set that is going to come in a couple of months and a couple of long months, Strakehaven will change this odyssey that there's no white and there's no mono white decks in standard no more.
Well, my hope is not really with Strixhaven, but with the Forgotten Realms. Last time we mentioned about Dungeons and
Very true.
Dragons and Forgotten Realms, how clerics and paladins are very important gods. Like that's very important to the centric and the story of Faerun. So I think it's going to be very important in that one. Well, I'm hoping for that set to have good white cards. Otherwise, like Strixhaven is wizard based, or at least that's what we like. Yeah, ¿verdad? Right?
Mhm.
It's,
Yeah.
it's, it's wizard based. Like I don't, I
That's what our
don't like.
sources
I
have
can, I can
confirmed.
I can just look for white wizards, and I'm not gonna find much. Uh, so I'm not. My hopes aren't super high with Strixhaven, but Faerun. Like so, it's not next set. It's the other one.
Okay.
That's where I feel like White will shine, or at least hopefully shine. It was like Divine Smite and all the spells, like all the healing spells and all the smite spells sound either white and maybe red in some cases. So those can be very white centric topics.
Okay. So how about you, Chris? What do you think? Is there going to be a future in white in the future two sets, or do you think it's going to be the same thing as always? Do we have to wait, I think, half a year to get good white mono white cards?
I mean, that really does seem to be the case. I do agree with JP in the regard that I don't expect there to be a huge change for White and Strixhaven. I do would expect there to be more of a change for White with the Forgotten Realms. Um, I like my heart really wants there to be good White spells. My problem with like what I think is going to probably happen in standard, at least let's like imagine that we live in a perfect world and that for sure we're going to get some good white cards in the Forgotten Realms. My biggest fear is that we get like white cards with good effects but then like a ridiculous mana cost that in turn just basically makes the card useless. Like that's like my biggest fear with white right now.
Okay. How about you, Orengo? What you think about this?
Okay, so I was looking at MTG Goldfish and like the current state of standard because I haven't been playing standard to be fair. Um, there's like white, there's like mono white decks that are doing decent in standard right now, but usually it's complementary to having a Jeskai deck, or if they have a Teamer deck, or if they have a
Mhm.
Saurius deck, that's where white is shining. But alone is only shining, and I think it's only shining because specifically of Skyclave Apparition. Skyclave Apparition was a good start for standard. Like the card is great removal. It's used in standard and it's used in modern. The problem is it's like the one card that's carrying a whole little archetype in the budget category for like online tournaments. But it's frankly not enough for white. and like JP said, I don't believe that Strixhaven is gonna be the set that's gonna like make white good.
I
So,
I kind of want to interject. I just looked in throughout all of Magic, all the cards. There's 59 white wizards, 10 of which are actually banned in
okay,
the color identity.
okay.
59 out of like all
Yeah.
of Magic's history.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
yeah, that's
That's
like when you think about the fact that it's in all of Magic's history, the number
So
doesn't
you're
sound
just
as
you're
impressive.
okay. So if we put Magic the Gathering in the Harry Potter world, they would be Ravenclaw.
the problem is there's gonna be 5 houses. So how do you do Harry Potter when you
But
have 5 houses?
wouldn't like Gryffindor
Unless
be
you put
more
like
like
Death
white?
Eaters
To be
or
honest,
Yeah,
something
but
crazy.
we're talking about 59 wizards, man.
No, but what I'm
That's-
saying is like if they did like the supposed like Harry Potter crossover, how can you
Mhm.
do how can you do it with 4 houses even though
Well,
Strixhaven's gonna say?
You eliminate Hufflepuff. That's all.
But why would you take a house? You need the 4 houses. I'm asking you what's the 5th house, not taking out one.
the fifth house is just gonna be like the what are they called?
Death
Like
Eaters? I was
yeah, Death Eaters. Those
yeah, I was gonna
guys,
say like it's
guys
gonna
that
be
hang
Death
out with
Eaters.
Voldemort.
Yeah, the one that
They're just
has
gonna
like
be all the
black
black
and
cards.
green. That's gonna be yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's obvious they're gonna put the triomes. That's obvious. I mean, for me, I feel like that's obvious because they finished the cycle of the flippy lands, the crappy flippy lands. So I believe
Hey,
they're
the
just gonna.
flippy lands are cool.
I don't like
We'll
them.
talk about the
I
flippy
mean, they're
lands sometime if we
they're
don't do it
yeah.
today.
I
Because
mean, they're cute. They're
Odengo,
cute for
but they're
standard.
okay.
I
They're
get it.
not. They're only lands. I know that they're not like okay, but still, you know, they're good cards for people that want if they want to start Commander. Wink, wink. You know, they can get those cards instead of fetch lands to start their Commander decks.
Get Snowlands. Get Snowlands now.
I mean,
But they
yeah,
Better
enter
than those
tap.
flippy lands. The
Yeah,
snow. Well, I mean, at least they're 2 colors.
you sound like
Colors?
you're trying to sell it. It's like, get Slowlands now.
Get Snowlands.
It's
They're
not-
cheap actually.
Okay.
Buy. Cheap,
I got
cheap,
them
cheap.
today. They are cheap, so you should get them now. 'cause
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
very
that's
cheap
true.
right
no,
now.
but the
I already
thing that
got
I
mine.
personally like
Well,
about the flippy lands,
Oh,
Andrew Herbert says not 5, technically 6 houses. Magic was supposed to have 6 colors. That is true.
That is true. The purple.
And he
color.
says yes. I don't know what we said, but yes.
No, he says it right
Yes.
there.
Oh,
Get
okay.
Snowlands.
yes,
It's
get
Snowlands.
Snowlands. Yes.
Telling you, they're cheap. I got them. I got mine already.
Buy
You should get 'em.
now.
Gotta buy
Yeah,
Get your
buy
Snowlands.
now.
I gotta
Cheap,
get
cheap,
like
cheap.
I think I just need like 1 or 2 more like lands and I complete like my Snowland cycle. So that's
I
kind of
am actually thinking of getting for the squirrel deck. I'm gonna get them all snow.
Oh yeah. You should
Oh,
get, it.
yeah.
Get like an extra planner lens, dude, and just go nuts.
Yeah.
So going back to the white thing. So it's good that there's like a fringe white weenie deck, but that's not enough. And again, it's all based on the fact that Skyclave Aberration is so good that it makes the deck function. Because when you
Is it
get to your,
bannable good?
I don't think it's bannable good. It's just
Okay.
really good. Like it's really solid. It's a really solid card. There's stuff that could be like more bannable than it. I just think it's really good.
What's the name of
Look,
the card?
Andrew says, can we just talk about how beautiful they look?
We can't
Are you
talk
talking
about it.
about us?
Yes,
Oh.
and the lands as well.
And the lands as well.
Yeah.
The lands.
I actually
okay.
do love them.
Yeah,
I do
I
love
like
them.
Yeah.
They have this
The frosty design.
that
That's
frosty
like my
design.
favorite part.
I have one of the dual lands foil and they look amazing. Even
Yeah,
though
the
the
frosty
foiling it's kind of iffy, but it's still.
I always like.
They just remind me of like frosted cookies, and like part of my soul really wants to take a bite out of the card. I see them like
Never be high and eat them, please. It'll be a
Yes.
problem. It's gonna be a
You
problem. man.
imagine?
I don't make any
Imagine,
promises,
like,
man.
hey,
I can't
I'm-
promise.
You're gonna
you.
start losing your lands very quick. It's gonna be a problem.
Okay, so at least we have a few viewers. Let me check something out. Orengo, continue.
Okay, so yeah, going back to it. Skyclave Aberration is a great start, but they
It's
need more.
Skyclave. What's the name of the card?
Skyclave Apparition. I can tell you
Apparition.
what the
Oh,
card
that's
does.
like the white spirit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. The core spirit. Yeah, which
Yeah.
I hate that it's a core, but whatever. That's
Okay.
beside the-
Why?
Right.
I'm
That's
be
like
showing
it could
this.
have been a better type, what core? Come on, what? Oh yeah. Okay, so there you go, guys.
So
There's some
hold on,
codes.
I'm logging into Arena now.
Stop
You
it,
guys
no.
better work fast. If not, I'm.
Oh, these
stealing
are the
them.
pre-release ones. I don't know which one is the one that I used, but one of them should work.
Okay, so go nuts, guys.
So go nuts, guys, because you can only use one pre-release code for your account.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep them there for a while.
So yeah, going to the Skyclave. So you have the Skyclave. It's really good. I don't think it's bannable good. But they need more. The thing I'm afraid of is that I don't know if they're gonna address white in the next few sets either. I say this because everyone knows that Magic takes a while to create these
Yeah.
stupid sets.
Th-
And even
Yeah.
This
though Professor has been like clamoring for white to be good for like 2 or 3 years
El
now,
wasn't Kenobi as well.
and Pleasant Kenobi as well has rallied for white to be better and to give us fetch lands, damn it. Um, but like they take too long. They're doing the fetch
Like,
land thing now. You
Actually,
know what I mean? Like they're doing it now. So imagine the
actually,
white thing. Yeah.
having the Caldayam dual lands that enter tap, having
Mhm.
fetch lands in the next set would be interesting.
I
no,
don't
no.
think they're gonna
That'd be
do it.
Ah, no,
Like,
I
scary.
know that
I
they're
think
not gonna
I
do
think
it,
that's
but it
specifically
would
the
be
reason why
interesting.
they're not
It-
going to
like,
do it.
look,
I don't think they're gonna do
eh,
it at least until those things rotate out of
you
standard.
do you know the slow fetch, the ones that come in tapped, and then then you can actually fetch.
Oh,
It's like
you mean like
it's an
grassland?
Yeah,
it's an
yeah.
incomplete cycle.
Oh, I don't think they're
So
gonna complete it now, though. Do you
I
think
don't
they're
think,
gonna
Yeah.
complete
yeah,
it
I don't
now?
know, but if if you want to,
That would
that's a,
still that would be such a huge problem, though.
it enters
Okay,
tapped and the
I
actual land enters tapped.
understand, but fetching is still good. I think. Oh,
I
you
think
this is the
this
best
is
art?
their best start in a long time.
Hmm. Yeah,
But Andrew, do you mean the lands or do you mean the whole set in general?
I think the lands because
I
we're
think
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
lands.
The lands are pretty
And
cool.
Yeah.
he's like, I already got a pre-release code. I'm good. And then
Yes.
yes, white needs attention. It is
Yes,
true.
it does.
White
So
does.
so yeah, I feel like it's gonna take. I don't know. So going to the fetch land thing, even though they might come tapped, we still have Fabled Passage. We still have
Yeah.
the Flippy lands, which are good for standard. But if you introduce fetch lands in a standard where we have triomes, fine. It's 2 turns where you can't play a land, but it could be 1 turn where you don't play a land if you choose to get like a
It'll enter
basic.
tapped though.
But okay, fine. But if the game goes long, you can start getting those triomes and get him out of the deck. And fetching is always good,
That's still
no matter what.
basically like
It's still
like
fetching.
you're not wrong, but either way, I feel like I don't know I mean, mid range decks are doing really good, but either way, that's still like 1 or 2 turns at least that you're kind of not doing anything. Like you're
Mm.
fetching, yes, but
Also,
it does
and
have
also,
like a cost to
It's
fetch
scary.
like
I have
tapped
sorry. I have a
things,
counter
you know?
rebuttal to
Go,
the
go.
maybe not so right. It's again the lore and the flavor of Faerun. That's the set I'm just really leaning on.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I completely.
cool.
I think it's the Forgotten Realms will have a lot of white because again, it's D&D, clerics, paladins, knights. You know,
Was those
Oh.
fetch lands rare when they came out, or were they uncommon?
no, they were.
I-
Well, I really don't know. I know that the one I have is uncommon.
Yeah, me too. But I think that's the one from like a commander set or something from a
I
commander deck.
can just let me.
I don't
just-
have my personal binder with me, so I can't tell you exactly.
Is it the Celestial one? Because that's from a deck.
No, it is the Celestial one, but I have another one in the binder that is the Rakdos one.
Okay, okay. Mm.
Yeah, and then Andrew says
Oh.
JP won an arena. There is
There
his
thingy.
information.
Cool. So we can battle
Well,
you.
we can all add them. We'll,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can
we'll get
and
we'll
all
like kick
just
each other's
destroy
asses.
him. No, we'll just go 4 against 1. Just
Yes, 4v1. You better be
4v1.
ready, Andrew.
Better
We're
be
all
ready,
gonna come
man.
for you.
Oh, I already found a nice squirrel commander list.
Ooh.
Oh God, it's gonna
Get
cost me a
spicy?
pretty penny, but
It's because of the older cards. That's the
oh
problem.
no, dude! Like
There's this
literally,
incubator, so you can like cast squirrels for nothing.
dude, I have the list right here, and the most expensive cards are all enchantments that make tokens. Literally,
Yeah.
you know, parallel lives is like around
I still
30.
need a parallel lives to get like my full set of like stuff. that
Whoa,
duplicates
Parallel
tokens.
Lives is like $30. That thing was like $10. Like before
Yeah,
the
let me
pandemic.
look at this. Look at this. So
It's insane.
one of the cards is Cradle Hoof.
Oh, parallel
Behemoth.
lives estaba carito. Like it was at 30 even before that. No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I'll,
Yeah,
I'll tell
It
you
was
right
at
now.
30 for a while.
Coño, I got it for like so cheap.
No,
Parallel
wait,
Lives
$10
right now is you can find it in TCG Player for $29. You can get it for in ¿cómo es que se llama esto?
The value. I'm saving
other-
$1.
Anointing procession.
No. The
Doubling season.
Doubling
oh,
season. That
doubling
that's
season is
killing
for
me.
40,
Yeah, I know.
Uh, just going back to
and
the land
then
thing.
Doubling
They've
season
always
went down. Oh
always
wait, there was a reprint.
been the lands have always been in commons. Like the tapped fetch
Yeah.
lands,
Okay.
they've been
So,
uncommon.
so they would, so they can still have like a rare land cycle, and then they can still have the uncommon one and be the fetch ones,
That would
which
be
could be
spicy.
interesting. Oh my god! But the land, oh my god, the landfall decks would be insane.
Ooh, make them
Lotus
spicy.
Cobra would be
I don't like
ridiculous.
that. I don't
Oh
like this
yeah.
conversation anymore.
Like,
I
see,
don't
like,
like this conversation
look, the
anymore.
but
landfall,
why?
landfall decks use Fable Passage, which is a great fetch land, like one of the best fetch
Do they
lands they've
use like
designed in a long
evolving
time.
wilds?
Oh yeah, they use Evolving Wilds. They don't care because you just want to have the land triggers because of a Lotus Cobra. So that you're gonna have a situation where it's gonna be so much
Fuck
fetching.
Lotus Cobra, the beetle. It's like your
True.
fucking win
Yeah, the
con.
beetle.
It's
But if you
literally
want to
your
like
win
ramp
con.
up, but if you want to ramp up insane, you do the Lotus Cobra thing, and then you
Yeah.
just have a turn where you just have like 4 mana available. Then you cast like an Ugin on turn 3 and stop it.
I just
Mhm.
Stop
like
the cancer.
More.
I just like
Okay.
suddenly wondered if like Wizards like printed the
Mhm.
beetle with the whole mutate thing on purpose, so they'd be like, now they have to use our shitty white removals. Yes.
Exactly.
So
shitty ones.
Andrew says, "Sweet, ha ha ha. Good luck. Then I'll play my unexpected result deck. I've never played the same game with it.
Oh no.
And then Skewed Swarm for the win.
Playing Tibalt.
Farm.
Dude, no.
Table trickery.
Horrible.
Just
Horrible.
Tibalt's trickery for everything. That's
Yo,
how
that
you do
card-
unexpected
Yeah,
results.
that card is getting a lot of attention in standard.
For
Yeah,
good reason.
the
For
deck
good
is
reason.
insane.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the deck is insane.
But at the same time, it's like, if I'm not mistaken, at least from what I was reading in different forums, because right now I didn't really like start playing Arena, quote unquote, competitively or whatever, like in ranked, because I just don't feel ready. I have to crack more boosters for that.
Yeah,
Sure.
same here.
Um, but I've been seeing like a lot of like on different MTG Arena pages, a lot of people talking about. Yeah, there you go, Andrew over here saying like
Yep,
you can turn
exactly.
to Ugin using Tibalt's trickery. It's dumb. Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is dumb.
It
You
is
know-
dumb. Like straight
know-
up, it's just like Tormod's crypt, Tibalt's trickery, and we have an
Ugin.
Ugin
Fair
turn two.
magic.
But the
Like,
problem is the
again-
shuffler. It's the shuffler. That's the problem here. Because what you can do is you can trick the
I
shuffler.
mean, but you
and
can't
had
you
different-
blame it entirely on the shuffler though.
Yes, okay. I will explain to you why I can completely blame it on the shuffler.
Yes,
because
go
I've
ahead,
seen
sir.
decks
Go
where
ahead.
it's literally 4 of the stone coil, whatever, 4 of the trickery, and like 4 Ugins. What you do is you have a bunch of different lands, and what you do is you don't have the same land. You have different lands. You trick the shuffler, and I have seen that stupid shuffler. Again, I've told you this deck only has 12 playable cards, and the rest are freaking lands. That if you shuffle this in real life, you're gonna have a bunch of hands where it's just gonna be 7 stupid lands. But with the shuffler takes 2 hypothetical hands and gives you the best one.
Yeah, I've heard
That's
about
what it
this.
does. So what you do is you just let
Which
the
really
shuffler
says a
thing-
lot considering the hands I've gotten in that fucking game.
Hey, I know that's
It's like
just on
all
you.
lands or
Because
all
the
creatures,
shuffler-
like 2
the
lands, and you're
shuffler
like,
is
are
not
you
so-
sure?
So if you want to fix that problem, what you do is you have different art of the land. You have literally different lands. They're not the same art. That's what you're supposed to do. And you're gonna trick it because it's gonna think of them as individual cards, not like a group thing where they think it's a bulk of lands and then just gonna screw you over in the shuffler. So you trick the shuffler, and then theoretically, most of the time, you'll be able to pull that thing off in turn 2. Only in MTGA. If you try this in real life, and I've heard of people that've tried it, you can't get away with it. I will give you another example.
It's
A year ago,
I was like, someone was talking about that, how like the percentage of you getting the combo in theory, because of like the numbers, the percentage of you getting the combo is like ridiculously low, but then you
Yeah.
have people in Arena pulling it off all the time.
Exactly. So another example, and this was the crazy one. A year ago, or 2 years ago, I think, there was this deck. It was very fringe. It didn't last long. Where it was a mono red deck that only played 13 lands, and everything else was a bunch of low, like 1, 2, or 3 drops. Oh, the trick was using different art of different mountains, and then always, because the shuffler was screwed and still screwed, you would always get 2 lands and a bunch of playable cards. And that's all you needed. And this you were just gonna win all most of the time because I think by that point you had Wizards Lightning, you had a bunch of broken ass like,
Oh yeah.
right.
Such a good
So
time
and you
for,
and
for Magic.
I ranked up in ladder quite a bit using that stupid deck. Then they kind of fixed a little bit the shuffler, so it wouldn't be a problem. But
I,
as you
I
can
didn't know
see
the thing
now,
about the lands though. If I had known the thing about the lands, God, I would
Yeah,
have
that
I would have
actually
made gold
became a
rank in like a
thing.
day.
yeah, it became a thing. And right now it's a thing again because of Tybalt's trickery and because of the stupid shuffler. Oh,
Yep, I can see it banned quickly. Oh yeah.
yep. Because it's problematic in arena. If they fix the stupid shuffler, it wouldn't be a problem because you can't if you have 12 playable cards, how can you tell me you can consistently pull off the combo in turn 2? It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be possible. Like theoretically, what should be happening is you get 7 lands. Okay, shuffle. 7 lands. Okay, shuffle. 7 lands. Okay, I'm scooping because I'm not getting the combo. That's what should be happening. But every time it's 5 lands, 2 playable cards. 5 lands, 2 playable cards. 4 lands, 3 playable cards. What the hell? It doesn't make any sense. It's insane.
That's
Shouldn't be
completely
happening.
utterly too.
Shouldn't be happening.
He says you can't play the standard event in MTGA, and then he agrees with you as well. Orengo.
I'm pretty sure it's been hell for him playing standard.
And I'm going to be honest. What he mentions that you can't play standard events in MTGA, it is completely true because even though when you play, like, let's put example pre-release. In pre-releases, you either draw a bunch of lands or you get mana screwed. When you're playing live, in arena, you either get no lands or you get a bunch of lands and non-playable cards.
What do you mean, like playing live?
Yeah, playing with people.
Playing with people.
Yeah, well, we did like the pre-release. Like that's kind of what
You got
happened.
mana flooded?
Whew.
Oof.
Yeah, when he played against me, he got mana flooded.
Hold on, JP about
How
to be
many?
a savage.
It's like how many lands were you running?
I was running the normal, the 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were running a normal amount.
Yeah, me too. Like
To be honest, I was running a 60 card deck, and even though like the deck just wasn't
Yeah.
good, the deck just wasn't good, but
yeah.
I was actually getting really good like my land drops were pretty much all on point.
I
The thing
got
is, I
to use
just didn't have
Nico
amazing cards. That's all
Yeah.
it was.
At
I
least
got
with
to
you,
use with
Yeah.
Chris. Orengo all the time was like, well, trickery, mill
yeah.
X amount of cards. Oh look, I milled Nico.
'cause I pulled 2 trickery. That was the only decent thing I pulled out of my pre-release. I was like, I'm sticking both, and I'm not using it for myself because my deck is
Wait,
horrible. I
did you
would
pull
actually
two
use it
Tibalt
for the
trickery?
opponent.
Yeah,
I
he
pulled
did.
2 Tibalt trickery, and that's the only decent thing I had. So I was like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
how
stick it.
dare.
And when people actually drop something horrible against me because my deck is so bad, at least I can have something to counter with. So that's what saved me. At least with
Yeah.
John, like I lost completely with Carlos.
But
Horrible.
No,
that's weird about the.
Andrew says, or get opposite lands for the spells in hand. Forest, but blue spells.
Yeah, and that
Don't
Yeah.
happened.
get me
It's all about the ratio,
started,
though.
bro.
You just
Oh
gotta
no,
learn
I
how to do the
agree.
ratio.
JP, yes, I agree. But the shuffler,
You've seen me, like, yeah, but no, but
there's
in
something.
live,
There's something in that shuffler that screws you over badly.
like
devil.
you've seen me in live Magic, like in a pre-release, I've run up to 4-color decks and they
Yeah.
work.
No, I know,
It's
I
just
know.
all about the ratio.
Yeah, in real life, not in the shuffler.
Exactly.
To be honest.
That shuffler, man.
They have different names, shouldn't the
You know what?
shuffler?
You know what? I bet they did the flippy lands because the shuffler was so screwed up. They were like, we need to make like a land, like a basic one, but it's not like a
That's-
dual one.
That's
but
a
then-
heavy conspiracy theory there, Orengo. I mean,
I'm
Well,
gonna throw it
that's
out there.
pretty heavy
if you
shit.
guys think about it, these past 3 episodes have been about Wizard of the Coast conspiracy theories
Yes, I'm gonna
and,
throw
and
that
things
out
that are
there.
happening.
And it just really says a lot because going full Puerto Rican over here at Wizards está metiendo las patas hasta adentro like
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it
You guys
has
think-
something to do like directly with like the fact that they're with the whole like arena thing. I don't know if arena low key has like a role to play in like the stuff that they've been printing. Like I don't know what's going on here, but man,
I
like
really don't know.
how
I know that
think these past like I don't know how long have I known you guys? A fucking while. The point is like that at
2 years.
least like these past 2 years, every time that we like talked outside of the store and we just talked shit until like 1 or 2 in the morning. I
yeah.
just specifically remember that at some point in the night, we always sat down and we were like, "Hey, you know what Wizards fucked up this week?"
Yeah, it's true. The funny thing is that now we're doing it in a podcast format.
Yeah.
Yes. We get to air the grievances of Magic
Yes.
while consuming their stupid product every set.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So speaking
Ah,
of arena,
yeah,
and going back to the topic about white,
go.
the arena exclusive card,
Mhm.
like the arena exclusive cards, there's one that got a lot of people mad. If you remember, Inspiring Commander is
Right.
4 white creature human soldier for a 1/4, so 6 mana for a 1/4. Pretty bad trade off there. But whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw a card.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's it's literally, well, of course, it's a worse version of the other card that kind of does the same thing, but you pay 1 mana and you draw.
Oh,
a card.
Mentor of the Meek.
Mentor.
Or a worse version of the green version that just says enter creature, draw card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically,
Like that
Professor
card
was
probably
yeah.
would have been okay if it were at least 5, maybe 5. Like, more
Oh,
much
yeah,
more
keep
playable.
the mana cost. Keep the mana cost. Just make
it
it an
should-
actual card.
No,
I
It
would
should have
want
been.
that card.
It should have been 7. It should have been 7 cost. 7 mana. And
Fuck.
quadruple white, just so you have to play white to play it. Quadruple white, please.
I'm okay with that. I'm
Nah.
like completely okay with that.
I'm
It's
okay
not
with
great,
that.
but it's but I'm
Nah,
okay with it.
man.
Nah,
Nah.
No,
I want to see a quadruple costed card.
I don't get the whole thing
That's
of white getting screwed over so bad. Like,
I
oh,
know.
the professor
That could
made
have been
that
official.
joke video, the one where he was like, what magic color are you? And then he started being like the white color, and he started explaining all the things that white was. And then he went to blue, and it's like, well, I counter, I draw, I do this and that. And then he went to green, and it's like, well, I do basically what you do, white, just better. You know, you have like tokens. I do tokens, but better. You know, I have removal.
Where's
like,
the lie though?
it's insane. Like, it's insane. And then the joke
Yeah,
was
because
at
I
the end-
remember-
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that when Omket and Hour of Devastation were in,
Mhm.
White was pretty good because he had Anointed Procession, the whole embalm thing.
Yeah.
And then you would see that ridiculous trigger of the I don't remember the priest card, but you would like
gain life.
yeah, gain life
Gain a lot of
ridiculously, and then
Mhm.
Anointed Percentage will be like, so you made that embalm token, so you're gonna have another embalm token.
Yeah. And then you go nuts.
Yeah.
And Solemnity is a great card too. Like that enchantment is really powerful.
Mhm.
So there's like, little cards, or that one, the 4 costed one that gives you a treasure every time an opponent draws a card and doesn't pay.
Smothering Tithe.
Mothering Child, great card. Ristic Study, and I love Ristic Study, but Professor has made me realize it should have been a white card based on what it does. It makes sense as a white card
You
because
mean
you're taxing
Ristic
the
Study?
opponent. You're taxing the opponent. What?
Ristic study, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It should have been a white card. I mean, I'm glad it's a blue card, but it should have been a white card.
Which also reminds me of the little photo I sent you guys about a Reddit
Yes.
user who just switched the color identities on opposition agent and hull breacher and
Yeah.
changed the
Art is
names,
so good, though.
and then they changed the art and just made the exact same thing but white, and it
Yeah.
made sense.
And it made sense. Yep.
Yep.
I propose that one of these days we like proxy some of those and actually like have some matches with like cards whose color identities we thought should be different.
That would be
That'd be cool.
interesting.
That'd be a cool thing to do.
That'd be hella fun.
Andrew
White
goes
would
ahead
be
and says
terrifying,
White
though, to be
can't
honest.
even compete with Black in life again.
Exactly.
I am prime example of that. I have an Ayara.
Yeah, fuck you
Like
too,
an
buddy.
Ayara first of Lockthwain deck, and I just drain oh yes, I'm gaining life. I'm really just draining, which is even like
I
gain
honestly
life
hate
or
you
drain
for
is
it, to be honest.
better.
It's
It makes
stupid.
it makes
It's
no
stupid.
sense.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Gray Merchant of
either
Asphodel.
it's either Orengo counters anything you want to cast, or JP drains the living hell out of you.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
not
fun.
even turn 4.
It's fun
I
time.
mean, but does he at least take you out to dinner first?
Mm.
So guys, let's go to the next topic of tonight. So I can't, wow. So there has been more issues in WOTC.
Yay.
Oh, what? Wizards
There
are
has
having issues? John,
So
how dare you
That's
imply
insane.
such a thing?
So apparently, besides the fact that there is a lot of issues with WTC, there's more issues with the Cal Diamond set. Not a lot of LGS stores mentioned it, but a lot of players noticed that when they received their um,
Pre-release kits?
pre-release kits, they've noticed that there was a missing dice that never appeared. Plus, local game stores were actually arguing because the product came in super extremely late in some places, including Puerto Rico. That's why there weren't many how do you call it,
tournament.
not tournaments, pre-release pre-orders. So guys, what do you guys think about this? It's like really odd that we see this over and over again.
I don't
Wizard
feel
of
like
the
this is
Coast, yeah.
like I feel like I've seen this issue before. I'm not sure which set. Pretty sure
Okay,
one.
so you guys remember that in the Twitch broadcast when they announced more cards, what mechanics were going to be available, the snow covered lands and everything, they presented this dice that was like tribal tribal Chaldean style dice,
Yeah.
and it was orange, right?
Like
That
the
dice
kind of
was
like
supposed,
the metal border thing that they were
yeah.
doing, but with like it was like orange and blue, which looked amazing, by the way.
I don't remember that. I need to.
Okay, so Andrew says courtesy reach around JP. So that dice did not appear in no pre-release kits. It did not appear in the press kits for some YouTubers.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah,
I
that dice is only
know, and it's
available on the.
basically not real.
Yes, it is. It's on the bundle.
It's not in my pre-release kit. It's not
So
real, John.
okay. I understood now what you wanted to say.
Beautiful.
So not
That's a
only
great.
that, product came in late, and if you guys go back to our booster box and pre-release opening, you would notice that the pre-release booster packs were really well sealed, while the booster packs had air, literally.
Yeah, like when you were opening it, it was like you kept saying, "This feels like puffy, like
Yeah,
there's
I
air
think
inside."
I don't have a closed booster pack, but let me go
Even
ahead.
with like the
So
ones from the pre-release kits, even though they didn't have like air in them,
So it
I
was like
still felt like
this.
they had a lot of space. Like I don't
The
like
know.
it was like half of this. You could bend the booster pack like that because it
Yeah,
had
like
an
the ones
empty space.
in my pre-release kit came with like that kind of like space too. Not as much, but it came with like an amount of space that I was like, why is there like why can you bend like why can you literally just like take the booster and go like this? Why? Why is this a thing?
I can't really talk about like the booster thing because I couldn't get my hands on some product right now, but I can talk about the lateness of the product. I remember for Shadows over Innistrad, I remember that set. I drafted that set a lot. For the pre-release, it arrived late, and we did the pre-release an entire day after.
Well, but here
So
we're talking about lateness worldwide because
uh,
our LGS store, that is Capitan Granuja Comics and Games, they sometimes get their things late because of UPS or FedEx or whatever. But ISD Gaming always has their pre-order signed up, like that people can start like making orders. They didn't put their pre-order sign up literally 2 days before the pre-release. And that was not only them, it was even Granuja had to do the same thing. I spoke to the owners, and they told me the exact same thing. The product, they didn't even know if the product was going to arrive.
on time, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a big issue. Not only that, the sadness that everybody was expecting that dice and it didn't appear, and the fact that the products, even the booster packs, we noticed them. right, Chris? That the ones from the pre-release, the order was very odd than the booster box order
Yeah.
of the rares. So the ones from the pre-release were Japanese style order, and then you got the booster box one was American. That
And I
the
think I'm not 100% sure on this,
or
but
was it or was
think
it the other way around?
I,
I
I'm
don't
not
remember.
sure. But
I need to
before
go
you
back.
move to that, like I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if he was like one of us. I remember. I think that someone mentioned that when they opened up another one of their pre-release boosters, it was like in a different order, like from the rest of the pre-release
Yeah.
boosters, and you're like, why is like why? That's
Oh,
like so
don't
weird.
you remember that two boosters of mine cards even came AGB
Yeah.
upside down?
Really, I didn't remember
Yeah.
that. Like, I guess I just wasn't looking because I was just opening my boosters. But damn,
So Andrew Herbert says, "Hey guys, I thanks for chilling with me. I'll see you in arena sometime.
Yeah, sure.
see you,
Peace.
my dude.
See you, my dude. Thank you for joining." But yeah, it's really odd that all these things happen, and then one of the things that's going to sound really ridiculous and really funny at the same time is the fact that the smell of the pre-release booster packs was very different than the smell from the booster
Did
box.
it smell fresh?
No, they smell different. Like when I mean different, the card smell was really different. Like let me see. Okay, these don't count, but the smell was really different. Like you had, how do I say, one of them smelled more plastic and more like sweet than the other one. I know it sounds retarded, but for me it makes sense because I smelled them. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that's WOTC is having issues with like because of COVID, or is it more an internal company issue having this hyped up set and it almost did not arrive our local game stores?
Kind of sounds like a problem of both. Mostly, like even though the set like they've already sent a few sets already through COVID, it could still be a problem of both. Like more the more time we're in during this pandemic, the more time probably is gonna happen might happen again. Uh, I just think it's both. Don't think
Okay.
I'm gonna blame Watsy completely on this. It's not because I can like we can blame them, but it's not the first time. So and sometimes like there hasn't been a pandemic, so this just kind of feels like both.
Okay, like that we can put Orengo up to date. So well what we were talking about, the
No, I
topic
still
is
stream.
oh okay. So he was followed. That's awesome. So
I'm good.
Chris, what do you think about this craziness that is happening with WOTC?
Yeah, I'm just in the same line as JP in that case. Like, I really don't want to throw blame to one thing or the other because, like JP said, like it's not like it hasn't happened before, like without the pandemic. Um, so yeah, I do think that the whole COVID issue does have like a hand to play in that, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like there's just something happened. Either there were some last minute changes or some. I feel like something happened because there was just a lot of weird things with the Kaldheim set when we did those first openings here. Like, you mentioned that you found some of the cards upside down, which let's say that cards upside down might happen in other sets, sure. But like the packaging being like a bit weird and different, I didn't like the fact that we were talking about like the fact that your packaging came bent because I have like such an issue with these kinds of things because even though it's not something that's happened often, I just had one bad experience
Oh
with
yeah,
Wizards
really
packaging
really bad.
Mm.
with Wizards packaging, and once there's like something weird about packaging, like it's over. Like I can't do it because as JP already knows, in one of my sets. So let's say that you buy your beautiful like it was a like Commander anthology deck, and you're just like, yes, Kalia is like I wouldn't say at an all time high, but she was at a pretty high price at the time. And then next thing you know, hold on. Your Kalia is supposed to in its like deck is supposed to look like this, but it's actually done this. So when you take your Kalia out of like your packaging, you have a card that just
Yeah.
Yeah,
like that.
it was pretty bad. Like, it was actually really bad.
The
That
problem
is
was
really
that
bad.
at the time I didn't know that you could like be like, hey Wizards, my card is fucked up, please send me a new one. I didn't know you could do that, so at the in the moment in which it happened, I didn't like snap a picture or anything of the
Mhm.
moment, which to me was like an even bigger loss. You know what I mean?
Actually, one
Like,
of our friends, Carlos, he when he opened, I don't remember if it was a collector booster box, the the blister pack that brought for the fetch line, the card came damaged,
oh,
and he took a picture of it, and Wizard of the Coast sent him that card new and a fetch line for the hassle.
cool.
So I think that at least that section is pretty neat by their part.
Mhm.
Um, but there has been a lot of issues in this set. Actually, the Erica's Chariot, that is the one that I have.
Essica's,
Yeah.
yes.
There
Is it
is, let me
Essica
see.
or Essica?
I really don't know. I
We're
just
about to
call it
find out.
Erica's because it's easier. So
Jessica's.
El Onda
literally,
de Erika.
literally, guys, this is all the cards from all of them, that from the everything that I pulled. So if you
I have
guys
mine too. I
notice,
can do that too, John.
you guys notice, look at the frame.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a bit off center.
A bit of
A
center.
bit.
A bit.
Yeah, a bit.
That's a
I've
bit.
had
I've
worse.
seen way worse.
I've
Oh
seen,
yeah.
No,
I've
yeah,
had
fully.
worse.
I agree. I've seen way. Actually, wait. Do I still have that card around here? You guys ever see like the like it was a whole booster that I opened up that basically got like double
Yes,
printed on. Hold on, let me see if
yes.
I can like. I
You
have it.
know, in your
I
Joyride
gotta go
deck,
get it later.
the little
Yeah,
bird. The little bird is really noticeable. It's like
yeah.
super bold and super dark.
Yeah,
I'm but
that
I'm gonna
is
go get it
awesome.
in a few just so I can like because yeah, I think everyone's seen it, but I'm just gonna like show it on the stream in a few as soon as I get
Yeah,
my
sure.
box.
But it's really interesting that this set is like very overly hyped, and there's like a lot of things going on. So how about you, Orengo? What you say about this? Do you think it's a WOTC issue, COVID issue, or somebody in the company is like not doing their job?
It's completely Watsy's fault and no one else to blame because it's not the first time they've been doing this. And COVID might play into it, but you know the problem? I've seen other companies who have trading card games do an excellent job during COVID, like freaking Pokemon. Pokemon has easily like reprinted sets, no problem. They've filled up orders. The only reason you can't get product is because people are buying everything right now because every set has like 1,000 Chinese in them, and so people are going nuts buying them. But they have been like completing orders on time, and if they have a delay, they announce it. I remember that the Japanese company of Pokemon, uh, they released one of the sets that had like the shiny Pokemon, and they sold out very quickly to the point where they publicly apologized on Twitter saying, "We're very sorry. We're going to up the production of this specific product so you guys can have more of this product in the coming months." And in the coming months was like 2 months later, they had another batch of the product. That does not happen with Watsy. Watsy takes forever, and then Watsy screws up all the orders. And I will give you examples of this because you mentioned all the Kaldheim problems you guys had. The only issue I had was one of the boosters, which is why I asked you if they changed the ordering system. When I opened it up, the first card I saw was the rare. And then it was the uncommons and then the commons. And then I opened the second booster I had and it did the same thing. And then when I opened my pre-release kit, it was normal. So I don't know if it's like in the normal draft set, when you crack them open, it's the rare first or the mythic first. It's not Pokemon. I think maybe Yu-Gi-Oh does that, or one of the Japanese variants does this. I found it very odd. It's not that big of a deal. So now the big deal is, and let me fix the focus so you guys can see it. I'm gonna go out of focus very quickly, but it's so you guys can see it clearer. So this is a foil from Kaldheim, and I know this is from a page of misprints and stuff where people sell like weird variants of cards and like, you know, but this is like one of the foils. The problem is this is not the only foil they've
With
had
that
trouble
problem.
that had a problem. I've seen many foils specifically from Kaldheim where they've had that issue specifically where it seems like it's an air bubble that got stuck in the production, like lo plancharon. I don't know how you call that in English. Como que they kind of stamped on it and then
Yeah, they
printed it out.
pressed on it.
They pressed on it with the little oh no
Yeah,
it'll
in one of
focus.
the groups
Okay.
that the page is on, someone's pre-release how the Kelvar, the White God,
Mm-hmm.
got the press print, the little lines
Oh
on the
yeah,
bottom of the card.
that's more common than you think. I've seen a lot of that
No,
in the
yeah, I know
misprint
it's more
community. That's
it
that's
yeah.
called a crimp. That's called a crimp, which makes them valuable. A lot of people like those things, and they become more common every set. Like there's so many crimp cards, it's insane. Um,
You're muted.
I muted.
No,
No, no.
no. Chris.
I
Oh,
am. There
Chris
we
is
go.
muted. Okay,
Uh,
so yeah, you get like crimp cards are more common now because of them mishandling all these things. But the new thing is that
which
thing right
is
there. And the other problem I've seen is the foiling. Sometimes it peels and it peels in a way where it's like a sticker. It like peels completely off and very easily. And some people have had foils where the thingy's like a little bit off and then they peel on it. It wasn't like an expensive card, it wasn't uncommon. He peeled it and it
super
peeled
balls.
completely right off very easily. So that's like the new things going on in Kaldheim. So it might be like okay, so here's like a crimped card. It's a little crimped
You
in
know
the
the peeling thing is a like a
Mhm.
there's a thing called a foil peel alter.
Okay.
It's a thing you can do with the actual magic card.
Okay.
Any foil can do that.
Okay, so the normal foils of Magic can do that.
Every foil can do that.
Okay, so you can
It's,
peel them off that way. Okay, thank you. But that's
yeah,
not a
but
problem.
it's a problem that it's it's not supposed to peel off. But
Okay,
I'm
okay,
saying that every foil can possibly do that
okay,
if
okay,
you do the process to do that.
okay. I'm gonna give you one more example. This is your little squirrely thing. Oh no, this is so blown out. Let me fix the exposure for a second. Come on, man. There
I
we
think
go.
your green screen is kind of messing with it too.
A little bit. See the little crimp on the
Yeah,
side,
I see the
and
bubble.
then yeah, and this one also has the same not crimp, but like I said, a little bubble thing.
Yeah.
That's exclusively on Kaldheim. Yay! We have special features in Kaldheim. You get little air bubbles in your foils now.
You know,
So
I'm like,
I feel sad for everyone who bought like a collector booster or collector box and started getting a bunch of these. Granted, they're selling them like hotcakes and people are buying them. So I mean,
I
it's a
mean,
win. It's a
oh
win
yeah,
for people who
I
like
want to
having
buy
them.
one to be honest.
See, no. Like it's people like they're bidding and they're getting people in like interested in buying them. But I'd be a little upset to be honest. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's my little Kaldheim rant.
You imagine like they do a reprint special of Black Lotus and it's foil, and then you have the little bubble in the middle.
Oh yeah,
my
people would
God,
probably go insane.
Yeah.
that would
I
be
would be
pathetic.
angry, but I'm pretty sure people will be like, "Oh, I want that. It's so rare."
$5 million.
Exactly, it's so freaking rare, man. I want it.
Nah, man, but I'm like especially frustrated about the fact that we keep getting new sets, and
Yeah.
new sets doesn't mean new improvements, it just means new problems.
Yeah.
And the professor has talked about this before as well, and it's just frustrating. We are paying more because in the end, like the price of the commander decks when they started coming out went up as well and stuff like that like in the past.
Mhm.
And our magic product straight up just keeps getting more expensive year after year.
Yep.
But the
Well,
quality
aren't
keeps
commanders now like $25?
Yeah, the commander decks are
no,
cheaper.
yeah.
Thank
Now
God. I mean, I
now the
guess.
commander decks are cheaper.
Yeah.
After that like one cycle where I think it was like a $10 or $20 increase almost, or like $10 or $15 increase.
Like
$10
it was a $10 increase.
Mhm.
Like
Because I
still,
remember
it's
buying a
pretty
commander for like
significant.
$35.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember
And then
buying
having to
I
buy
commanders.
remember buying it for like flat 30 to be honest, but that's probably because they were doing like a discount thing or whatever. But that's
Yeah,
not the
pre
point.
pre it was a pre-sale price. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really frustrating. Like it's like this is quality, and then this is price. That's not how that should be working.
Yeah.
at all.
Exactly. I agree. Completely.
It's
Yeah,
not
like
fair for us to be paying for literally like in the case of people who are buying like collector boosters and stuff, paying for premium products
mhm.
just to get straight up screwed over, really, like with
Mhm.
defective product or just flimsy product. Like like every day you have more problems with like curling cards. This isn't even a foil. This isn't even like technically, if you think about it, this isn't even a card. This is freaking token.
Yeah.
This is basically something that, well, I guess you kind of use when you play Magic, and promotional material. And
It is bent. Yeah.
it's like, I don't know if you can appreciate it in the camera as well, but it's bent.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Not even non-foils are safe anymore.
Exactly, not even
Oh, God.
Because to be
Well,
honest,
actually-
if you at least gave me like my nun foils being, like, I guess you can say perfect.
Yeah.
You know what? Sure,
Fine.
whatever. We can just say, oh, it's a problem with our foils. Whatever.
It's a problem with all of them. Yeah.
But because it used to be a problem with just the foils,
Because
and you know what?
I
I
got a
guess you could
couple of
just say,
Pringles
don't.
here.
Look at that.
Pringles.
Bro, do you
Beautiful
like if I
Pringles.
bring over
This
my
is an
unstable set
unstable
cards?
Oh my god, it's unstable.
non-foil.
Oh my god, that is.
If I brought the stack that I have, like I sold like a bunch of my Magic cards in like a huge like box, like fuck it, I just said fuck it. There's my whole collection, right?
Mhm.
I couldn't sell them my unstable cards. I couldn't,
Yeah.
because all of them are literally like, they're not even like, it's not
Yo,
even a Pringle.
wanna
They're
see-
almost
you-
tubes.
You want to see how worse are these?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Which one are those?
These are the standard showdown and a couple of
Yeah.
these. These were the cards that I used. Look, this is a forest from Battle from Zendikar.
Yep. That was recent.
And
Oh,
again,
oh,
it's
and it's
frustrating because you have
non-foil.
new card games coming out everywhere. Like, you have
Oh,
Flesh
yeah.
and Blood that was coming out.
Mhm.
Final Fantasy isn't that new, but it's another card game that I compare it to. And when you feel like the weight, the texture, and the feeling of that cardboard, it just feels heavy. It feels good to just have in your hand.
Mhm.
And you kind of like, sometimes you sit down and you can't remember how, like, some of those Theros cards
No,
from
and the
feel,
other
and you're
thing
like,
is,
oh, this is the feeling I miss.
you're
Like,
talking
having a really
about
heavy card in hand.
you talk about these new games that are coming out and already existed, are still in the market. But Flesh and Blood, they listen to their community.
Mhm.
Digimon, the card game that came out a couple of months ago, listens to their community.
Yeah.
Wizard of the Coast and Magic the Gathering,
They don't listen.
they don't listen.
I mean,
They don't listen.
again, it comes down to the timing. Like, 2 years, 3 years. So if they listen now, we'll see the product of this in the future.
But the
And-
Pringles problem has been going on for
Yes,
years.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
At least the Pringle problem,
own from the vault cards.
Yeah,
that should be
that's-
enough to tell you how I know.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing that's been going on, and it's been
Oh, yeah.
progressively worse. Like again, I use Pokemon as an example because it's a contemporary to them, and they started in the same company too.
Exactly.
You don't see this problem in Pokemon. You don't see it like at all. That's why people are running to buy Pokemon products like crazy because they know they're getting good, stupid cardboard, stupid shiny
Yeah.
cardboard. They're happy with and it's texturized. Like it's super. Like the Yu-Gi-Oh ones. Oh my god, Bayaro Punto. It's gonna be like literal gold that you're gonna feel in the stupid card. That's how much texture they keep putting on the stupid Pokemon and
And the
Yu-Gi-Oh
thing
cards.
is, and the ridiculous thing is that, let's put Yu-Gi-Oh as an example.
Mhm.
Yu-Gi-Oh has reprints of some cards
Yeah.
that they have 1,000,000.
Yeah.
But then if you have a starter deck Yu-Gi first edition Dark Magician and it's graded, it costs more than $5,000
Yeah. Easily.
easily.
Yeah.
But then in Magic, it's a big issue because if it's a card that is used in every format, even though it's graded, the value is not there.
Yeah.
Because even in Yu-Gi-Oh, uncommon and common cards graded 10, you can get out 500 or $1,000. It could be the lamest card in the set, and it will cost money.
Yeah.
Because
Well-
I don't follow Yu-Gi-Oh that much, but I like to watch booster box openings of old sets, and they
Yeah.
explain it there while they're opening. Like, oh, look at this card that I think it's a chicken that comes out, I think, in the Metal Raider set. It's a common graded 10.
I keep staring at JP's card.
Yo,
and just keep
JP's
crying
card is like,
internally.
It's
that's
dead
a
of
Pringle.
winter. It's a foil though, but it's Dead of Winter.
Yeah.
Like this is
That's
in Modern
exactly the
Horizons.
problem. It's a foil. Our foil should the foil should be the last thing that should be bending
I know.
because they're technically supposed to be more expensive in
But
like
then
in
you look at this
theory.
one, and this is fine. This is like but this is like Theros, like original Theros.
Of course, it's Theros originals that are like fucking fine.
Yeah. It has to be like a
Old
few years
one.
back, you know.
The
Yeah,
old one
because
is fun. Is
not
fine,
even
but,
the old foils that only came in like 1 in a million chance in a booster pack. But
I own one. You guys I know I own one.
Yeah,
But
I want you
let's
guys
look
to
at
like
one.
take
And
a
that
look
thing's
at
perfect too. So
I think
take
it's
a look
like
at this just like old ass nun foil. It's a night soil.
Yeah.
This card is like terrible condition, but look at it. It's freaking
It's
flat.
yeah, it's flat,
it's,
man.
It's flat.
Yeah, it goes
And then-
down to the printing machines they're using now. That's all.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah,
know.
this
I don't know
thing-
what's
and
happening
there's
there.
signs of bending
They're
in,
getting
like,
worse. Dude.
it's
They're
been
getting
just a
worse.
few weeks.
Yeah.
look at that. Look at that.
my foil fancy
Necropotence.
Necropotence. Pretty flat.
Yeah.
Like there.
Yeah.
See?
No, for being like an old ass foil that's probably like seen a lot of play, and on top of that, like a lot of time in storage,
I don't know. It's
like a lot of time
uh,
just like stuffed in your deck
This-
box and being played around with. Yeah,
This old original Zendikar expedition map, which I have in foil as well.
Mhm.
Pretty flat as well.
Yep.
Yeah. The issue
These
is
just recent ones.
Yeah, it's just recent stuff.
which is even more frustrating because you would
okay.
think.
So we
that-
have a question from Twitch.
Ooh,
Melasami
And
says the new cards
yes.
are flimsy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They are
Definitely.
in many, many different ways, as we've been discussing. It's the Pringle effect. It's the discoloration. There's also an issue with discoloration too.
yes.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get started on like how frustrating it
there's
is
a lot
to
of
have four
cards
different copies of a card and then see them all have different tones. Like
Yeah.
you just have like I'm using this card as an example because it's the first one that came to mind, but it's like you have 4 ops and you're looking at your ops and you're like,
Exactly. Yeah.
why,
yeah. I
why
was
are
gonna
these
say,
like 4 different shades of blue? What is this?
Yeah.
yo,
it's weird.
it was exactly the same thing with Light Up this stage.
Mhm.
I remember that when Light Up this stage was really expensive, I wanted to sell my playset of
playset.
The promo ones, the F&M promo ones,
Mhm.
and the person was like, "Yo, but the cards they have like called different colors." I'm like, they were like that. You know, it's not because of like a lot of use or I left them in the car on the sun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like that. You know, I can't do nothing about that.
Mhm. Yeah,
You know, even normal cards. I remember that there was I had 2 skewer of the critics.
Mhm.
One of them was really light and the other one was really, really dark.
Mhm.
Like the tones were really off.
Really off. Yeah.
You know, so it's like
Hey,
And that's-
maybe that's the reason why that one guy thought Shalai was white. There we go. That explains it.
Could make sense. Maybe he owns like a
What?
lighter. It's Dominaria, so it's like it wasn't that long ago. You know what?
And that's exactly where the little bird he got
That's
is
true.
from.
The little bird. Yeah, that's
So-
true. The little
so
bird.
yeah.
The birdie you had the problem with too.
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Where is
It
it?
makes-
I'd like
it
put my bird
makes
over
complete
here.
Yeah.
makes
Where'd I put
complete
my bird?
sense.
Yeah. I don't know when the problem will be fixed. It's weird. Oh, and Jumpstart. We don't talk about Jumpstart.
The
Jumpstart also
problem
had a
gets
problem
fixed
too.
when like Wizard sales start going down because people
Oh,
get
yeah.
tired of their shit.
Oh yeah.
That's when it's gonna get fixed.
I agree. Yeah. There you
I
go.
don't know if that can like
it looks
focus
super
that.
bold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Super old.
I mean, I had another blue card around here for like comparison on like the text.
So like in Jumpstart, I don't know if you guys know, there's certain boosters when you crack them open. There you go. See, yeah, there's a huge
Yeah.
Super bold.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. When you crack open the booster,
Mhm.
the cards are stamped like as if there was 2 cards stamped together on top, one on top of the other. So you have a bunch of the basic lands that would have like the mountain say, and then
Yeah.
they will be stamped with like a swamp.
It's a
And-
mountain swamp. There.
Exactly.
Oh.
So it would be like a playset of those because your whole booster would be like that. So cards would have like a card, like the normal card, and another card stamped on top of it. It could be a land, it could be another card, whatever. It could be like very discernible. So the problem would be, it's not a problem, but it's very common in Jumpstart, because since Jumpstart came out, I've been following these misprint pages, and they go nuts like selling these because they love the dual basic land thing. So they sell for like hotcakes. Like people buy them for like $100 each or something insane, and it's
I have to
very
open some
common.
Jumpstart.
It's very common in Jumpstart for that to happen. I still have like half of my box. I haven't cracked open yet because I actually use it for like gameplay. But I'll see if I get one of those weird boosters like that, because it's apparently very common that it happens.
$500.
Okay,
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
go. I'm gonna call Granuja
500.
right now.
Like,
And I
And
know how doesn't have Jumpstart.
they can still order them. Where's my phone?
That is true. They can still order them, and they're still cheap. It's like a 140 a box. So.
I want
That
like
case.
one of the things I really want to do.
I know if my
is,
Dogecoin pays off, I guess I'm gonna start investing in some Jumpstart.
I really want to get some. Like, I want to do a chaos draft
Yeah.
with all the master sets. I know they did that on and like in, I think it was MTGO.
Iconic Masters doesn't count as a master set,
I
right?
really wanted to do that beforehand, but
Yeah.
I'm just like it's all the
Yo,
all these sets,
I wanna
including
tell you guys
Jumpstart,
a
the
story.
conspiracy. Yeah,
It'd be
something
beautiful.
cool.
I'll tell you guys a story. So when I went to Grand Prix Orlando,
Hmm.
one of the things that I wanted to do on Sunday, if my sister couldn't get the day free for work, I was like, okay, then I'm just gonna enjoy the whole rest of the day to play Chaos Draft. So I didn't do it because my sister called her boss. She was like, I'm going to take my day free. I'm going to be with my brother, whatnot. So then when I was half a day with her, the guys from ISD texted me and they're like, it was good that you did not go to the Chaos Draft. I'm like, why? 99.9% of the booster packs were Dragon Maze.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh.
Literally, they would have getting you. They've had two different. They had the Chaos Draft,
Mhm.
and then they had the sealed,
Yeah.
the Chaos sealed event,
Mhm.
and they went to both, and they told me that in the table they would have out of normally is 8 people, so out of the 8 people, at least 3 or 4 had Dragon Maze,
Ugh.
and then the rest would have like other booster packs.
Mhm.
Then in the sealed, if you would have got some of the people in sealed would have gotten out of the norm is 6 booster packs, right? If I'm not
Yep.
mistaken.
6.
So out of the 6, either 3 or 2 were Dragon Maze.
Oh my God. Wow.
And then one of our friends, he was a judge in the event, and he told us that in the back they had piles,
Oh yeah, I imagine.
Dragon Maze booster boxes.
They need to get rid of.
because you guys know that's the best set in Magic.
Oh yeah, no, it's such an incredible set. That's why Magic has so much of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's such a great set with memorable cards such as
Tesa.
They probably.
Wait. Also, remember they also have
right, and don't forget great Magic card, right? Am I right,
Yep.
guys?
amazing,
It's amazing.
best Magic card. Can't
Yeah.
play a game without it.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so funny. I'm actually checking the price guide to see how many pennies you can get for the best card.
What is the most expensive card right now
I'm
in that
checking.
set?
I'm checking right now. You
the
have
buy
one
the
of
whole set
cruelty.
for
white green
$4.
elemental. The white
No.
green elemental.
No, that's the second one, and it's $4. The most expensive one is Master of Cruelties for $9.17.
The white green elemental is like I forgot the name of it.
Voice of Resurgence.
Voice of Resurgence. That's really $4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
that
no, it's
card-
cheaper. It's $3.
That's
Oh, for
hard.
Tony. Yeah, it's
That's
actually
really
hard.
tanked hard.
It's called Dragon Maze, sir. The best Magic
How
set
much is
of
the
all of
booster
Magic.
box?
Oh, that's a good one. Let me check.
The question would be how much is the
Try to sell
booster
it to you
box
for
and how much
$100.
can you make your money back?
Oh my god!
Make your
it's
money
it's
back. You
92
fool,
bucks
John.
though. Why? Is it because it's old? I'm pretty sure in
But
eBay you can probably get it for
because it's trying to retain its value, like, because
yeah,
booster box.
yeah. It has to be that. You can even buy guys. You can even buy the event deck. You can buy fat packs. How can you still find event decks of any set in today's world? That's impossible. It's so hard to find after a certain amount of time. It's ridiculous.
Yes, it is. Oh my god.
It's because it's so good. It's such a good
Oh
set.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like that movie Orengo that we haven't watched yet, Man of
Yeah.
Steel.
Right. Yeah. What? Oh, I haven't seen it. It's a good.
Me neither.
I've heard it. I heard it's. Pretty
I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I heard it too. Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my god! What a horrible thing. What a horrible.
So I guess we can all agree that today was definitely Burn Watsy night.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It,
The
it
ro-
always
the
is.
roast of
It
It
Watsy.
always is.
It's always is. Yeah.
Tell me what podcast have we spoken nice about Wizard of the Coast?
See,
Yeah.
guys, this is why we're not getting a sponsor. You see, it's all your fault.
Hey, if the professor can burn Watsy to the ground and get like when the new set comes out, they
Yeah,
give
when
him
they're
like
desperate.
5 comments so he can talk about 5 stupid comments. We can probably get a comment.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
Hey,
pretty
hey, hey.
sure.
If Watsy doesn't want to sponsor us, we can still get maybe a big store, an
Yeah.
online store. It could be cardkingdom.com. It could
Yeah,
be Channel
exactly.
Fireball. We
Yeah.
could be their podcast team.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
For sure.
sure,
Oh my God.
sure.
I don't
Sure.
think you want to hear us like burn their what would basically end up being their parent company, low key, but like more
I
like
mean-
their big uncle, it's like their uncle.
Okay, then Star City Games.
Star City Games. There we go. That's the good one. Okay, final weird card I just saw. The guy just pulled it in like a booster. Look at the Kaya.
What?
That looks
Oh, yeah.
weird.
Super weird, right?
That's not the green screen, right?
No.
No,
No.
That's how it's supposed to look.
that looks
want it
weird.
so bad,
Yeah, it looks weird as hell. And he's like
Want
he wrote.
so bad.
Oh, he wrote. All right, I guess. I mean, what the hell can you do?
Exactly. What can you do about that? You can't do nothing about
They're
that.
like, she's like mid ghost phasing.
Yo,
That's very cool.
that's the
It's like
only
low-key
card I did
kind
not
of-
pull in this set.
Yeah,
Yo,
you pulled a lot of
really?
stuff, man. You pulled a
Now, I
lot.
know I pulled a lot of stuff of like future commander decks
Mhm.
and for Golos, but I didn't pull her.
Yeah.
That's sad. I got
Good.
2 Nikos doing
Good,
nothing.
You don't need it.
I do.
You do need it.
Don't.
Yes.
Yes,
Because
so you
then
can
you
cast
can
it, and Orengo
bind
can just counterspell
Counter
it.
it.
Oh, of
Exactly,
course, yes. You know what?
exactly.
Now I'll just as soon as like he puts that in there, I've been brewing a thing just to annoy you guys.
Bring a thing. Just, oh god.
Brewing a horrible
I
thing.
know. He put that white
It's just
Eidolon.
annoying. That's all it is. It's just
Okay,
annoying.
I don't
It's
like
just
those
annoying.
things.
It's okay.
I don't like those things.
Why?
Because I
It's just
can't counter.
annoying,
'Cause I can't counter your commander, so I don't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what would be so cool? It's like Orengo casts the spell. It's like I counter it, like I counter your counter. Yes.
No, I don't like. I don't like the counter wars. I'm just gonna put more Pognifies in
Oh,
my
I,
deck.
I have. Do you remember that commander game that there was like a counter over the counter over the counter?
Yeah, it wasn't it like 3 or 4 counters on the stack, then like
There
the
was
spell on top
More
of it.
than
There was
3.
like
Yeah.
really?
I think I was playing. Was I playing that deck?
I think so. Yeah.
So I know.
I think
maybe
I was
we're-
have
spectating
the
that game. I
picture.
don't think I was playing
You
it.
know
though.
what? I will post it in our Facebook page. It'll
Yeah.
be when the counter
yeah.
counters the counter.
Oh,
I'm not sure if we were playing the same game or I'm thinking of another game where we
Mm.
basically almost had a CEDH table.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was the Angie. I was playing Kaikar. Someone else, I think, someone else was playing 2 other blue decks, and there's even a white deck in there.
Mhm.
And it's just like the white deck started. The white deck started with the Mana Tithe, then counterspell. When it was a blue counterspell, they tried to deflecting it. I tried Power Blast on another thing. Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds CDH enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I lost. Weirdly
Sounds about
enough,
right too.
weirdly enough, the Angie deck won.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it just went off. It's just so
Oh, I
fast.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so fast.
I think again, spectating that game, not playing it, but I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to bring back the Commander Knights.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I know that yesterday I announced it. I wrote it to you guys, but like there was no answer. I was like, okay, nobody's answering. I'm just gonna go to bed.
You know what I
Yeah.
really miss though? Like when we got together in the store and we just all thought of like this stupid idea and we were like, okay, let's freaking do it. Like that one time where we had like I think it was more than 8 people in a single table. It
Oh
was
my
almost
god.
2 tables worth of people. I think it was. It was something
Yes.
You
ridiculous.
mean
Like
playing Commander?
Yeah,
Yes.
playing like eight player
Yeah.
commander. That
it was
a
like
I
eight
played
horrible,
players, or I
horrible
think
game.
it was like either 8 or 10, wasn't it? Or was it just 8?
No, we started. We started. I think we started with like it was 4 of us, and then people started adding in.
Yeah, and then we were like, "Hold on, wait, there's a bunch of people. Hold on, let's like put these tables. Hold on, let's just move around." And we like started organizing everything, and it was just this
Like 8 people.
massive table, and each round took
It was like
forever.
Ever.
But
I
it was so good.
I got to play 18-player Commander.
same. I think I was there.
I heard the rumors of that. I don't think I was there. No, I
Was it
definitely
the same?
there.
Was it the same store that I went to, JP? Because I don't remember
No.
if we went to the same
I'm
store.
pretty sure you weren't there.
Like,
I don't, at least I don't remember
like
you.
100%
I
wasn't
I,
there.
I played one in Olmiguero, and it was like
Yeah.
it was the same place.
You were there?
We were
I don't
probably
know.
there.
He
the
was
thing was,
probably
I
he
was-
was probably
I was-
fixed back then.
I was just playing my, I think it was a Teferi deck, but it wasn't like super overpowered. My friend was playing a Duretti deck, and I remember that.
I remember the Duretti deck because as soon as he locked the
Yeah.
table, everyone
Yes.
just decided
Yes,
to look.
my friend locked 18 people out of the game for a few turns, mind you. And I think
Yes.
he screwed over like half the table at a certain point, and then
Yes.
basically
They're the
one
best
dude
Commander games.
won by killing the other half or something insane.
Basically, basically, he had a Gerard deck and just killed like 7 players at once.
Yeah, it was an insane night. It was beautiful.
Fish.
I miss
Yeah.
those games so much.
Oh, guys, did you guys see the Game Nights episode?
I
Which
haven't.
one?
I haven't been.
The new
The
one.
last- No, I have
Uh,
not seen it.
I have not.
Oh,
There's a lot of MTG content.
okay.
like,
So
from
the
creators.
reason, if you guys saw the post that I posted, that one of the cast members of
Cobra Kai?
Kai plays Magic the Gathering is because he comes out in that episode. It's
Yeah.
he's the one that does Hawk in the series,
Okay.
in the show, and it's, oh god, you guys should watch it. It's really fun, and not only it's really fun, it's really interesting, the turn of events in the ending.
Okay, I'll check.
So
it.
you'll see some crazy, like you think like, oh, this guy does not know how to play Magic. Oh god, that's like
Except he knew.
you are like, one gets that like, oh, you were so wrong. It was a fun episode, so you guys should check it out. It's really fun.
Make sure.
Well, guys, I think is there anything else that you guys want to say of any of our topics of tonight, besides the fact that we all agree that Dragon Maze is the best set in Magic the Gathering?
Wizards
Definitely.
fix things.
Buy your Kaldheim shit right now because it's cheap.
Yes.
Get it right now, like for real. Like this weekend, it's like the best time to buy Kaldheim because everything, everyone dumped their load there and everything's super cheap. Unless you're getting like a Vorinclex, you're gonna be a little screwed, or like the Volky or whatever. But everything
Valky.
else, Valky, pardon.
Yeah.
But everything else is super cheap,
El
like
Volky.
honestly. And get your Snowlands. Get them right now because then it's gonna be hell because you're gonna be buying it from 7 different stores. It's gonna be like a pain in the butt to get the Snowlands. But right now, buy your Kaldheim.
Yeah, like literally, I'll second what Orengo said. Get your stuff now; it's very cheap. And
guys-
yeah,
Do you guys know if you buy the bundle, you get Snowlands or
No.
normal lands?
You
You
don't.
get
I was
basic.
gonna buy the bundle.
I was
until
gonna
saw-
buy that
Makes
because
no
of that,
sense.
and thank God I saw a video of it. You get basics, man.
Yeah, you get
I'm,
basics.
Makes
I'm
no
like
sense.
offended.
And
That's
apparently-
what it is. Like, maybe I should go
And
with this
apparently, in the 2 commander decks, you don't get Snowlands as well.
You get Guild
I mean,
Gates.
that makes sense.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! I already got them all, and they're foil.
Oh, yeah, you should get them foil. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they're
yeah,
like 50 cents each.
don't get the bundle, and it's upsetting. You know what? Because the bundle. I remember back in when we went back to Zendikar. No, wait.
Yeah, at least Zendikar
I,
had full
I
art, in the bundle, like in the
not the
Yeah.
new one, the
map
previous
pack.
Zendikar. The previous
Yeah, yeah,
Zendikar.
the previous Zendikar, like in
And
the
I remember
Battlefield
buying a
Zendikar.
few bundles because they had actually the full art because they were like promoting the fact that they had full arts again because it was the
Yeah,
return of Zendikar. They made a big deal out of it, and those stupid bundles had the full art. They've never done this again, guys.
Nope.
Every time they have different lands now, because now
Has
they want to
Wizards
treat the
ever
lands
done
like a
anything
commodity.
good twice?
I know that's the problem because now they treat the lands like a little commodity that you have to get in the pack, not anywhere else. They did it with the Theros lands. They did it with the new Zendikar. Return again to the Zendikar, whatever. No, wait, not
Return
the
to
Zendikar.
return to Zendikar to
They
the
did it.
return
They
of
did it to Theros and they did it to something else recently. I just forgot what else. Well,
Was
they
it?
did it to the unstable thingy, like the latest one, the one
Oh,
that's a board game.
unsanctioned
Unsanctioned is a board game that where they sell you 5 foils and
foil and
5 not
non-five
foils.
non-foils. Yeah.
That's insanity. Come on, it's basic lands, but it's
Yes,
wild.
dude, I was so mad because I remember that Carlos and I we were like, oh, we're gonna buy a couple,
Mhm.
but then when we saw that, like, one, you don't get the value because obviously those cards nobody uses them. That's just a board game,
Mhm.
and second, you're wasting $30 for 10 lands.
Yup.
It's
Yeah.
like just buy them single, really.
Exactly. No, and the last one. When Double Masters release their VIP packs, is the only place you can get the unstable or unglued lands. The
Oh
ones that
yeah,
are full art, very pretty in their new framing and stuff. You can only get them in the VIP boosters. Are $100 each, and you only get 2 of them. I think. No, you get a couple. I think maybe you get more than 2.
you
I don't
get
remember.
you get. I think it was 2 non-foil and 1 foil.
Yeah, something absurd because
Yeah.
obviously it's freaking absurd. Yeah.
That is
Watsy's. Yeah.
actually that is the actual booster. The VIP is the one of their best sold sealed products, but
Mhm.
one of the most expensive
Yeah.
sealed products. A lot of people were mad about the price tag.
Yeah.
Price
And
tag
it's
was
not worth it. It's not
ridiculous.
worth it. Like unless you literally pull a mana crypt or a force of will, you will not get your money back no matter how hard you try. I
Hmm.
swear and I promise you, you will not get your money back.
which is
And
so
even the
disappointing.
borderless force of will right now on TCG, it's $100. $100. That thing was 250 and it crashed and burned to $100. Then obviously on foil. I'm guessing the foil obviously is a bunch of
Oh
more money. But the
anything
non-foil,
foil.
boom.
It's not like, let's put an example. The mana crypt.
Yeah.
Mana crypt non-foil is 110.
Mhm.
Mana crypt foil is like 130. So
Yeah.
for $20 more, you get the foil one.
But then you have to deal with their new foiling system. So will you
Yeah.
want to risk it? You don't want to risk it. That all depends too on what you want. Yeah, it's a thing. But the good thing is we live in a world where WotC, for the most part, they've been screwing everything up. For us, the consumer, we get it cheaper. And if you wait sometimes, and if you check stuff, don't buy any product anymore because honestly, the product's not worth it. I mean, buy product to support your local game store for sure, but when you support them,
That's pretty
get the
much the only
singles, dude.
reason to buy it.
Yeah, but that's the only reason is to support your local game store. But get your seal product you want to get, and then buy everything else single. Or you know what? Buy from the LCS. Buy from your local game store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is completely, utterly true. Okay, guys, is there any last thoughts before we say our goodbyes?
I'm good.
I think we kind of got most of it out of our system today.
Okay. So we still agree that Dragon Maze is the best set in Magic's history, right?
But you got to bring
Oh
that
yeah.
back, John.
Oh yeah.
Why
You gotta,
are
you gotta make it like
trying
a,
to
like
make
a
me
hashtag.
And
shit, man?
whole lands.
Let's
I'm
return.
I'm gonna clip the first argument, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it a hashtag.
Return to Dragon Maze, please. Let's do this.
Ah,
Dragon
yes.
Maze.
Yes. Of course we all wanted to go back to Dragon Maze. Dragon Maze remastered. Iconic Dragon Maze.
Ooh, don't give him ideas. They'll do it. They'll go insane.
It's like the interns at Wizards are just going, write that down, write that down.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. We gotta while they have like bulk product of Dragon Maze in the back. It's like, God, now we can like repackage this shit, and put it remaster, like a
Can
little
you
sticker. It's gonna be like a
imagine?
little stupid sticker on top of it.
You know what the sad part is? You know what the sad part is?
Oh,
They could right now go ahead and straight up like by themselves crack their own like Dragon Maze boosters, put new packaging on them, and ship them out, and they would still have better card quality than what we have out there.
That is, you know what? Great note to end it on.
Yep. That's
Yep,
a
that's a
great note
great
to end
note.
on.
Beautiful.
Okay, so let's go ahead with the great note to end on. Chris, where can they find you?
Well, I constantly say that I'm working on my Twitch. I promise I am, but things and stuff. So you guys can find me on Twitch at crisscross13, and you can find me here at the Cardboard Cave Podcast. Sometimes on Facebook. It works.
How about you, JP? Where can they find you?
You can find me here on the Cardboard Cave podcast, and you can also find me soon the Cardboard Cave MTG podcast YouTube channel with the new series I'm coming up. Right now, I have the first part set, which is going to be covering the color white and cube, and there's a bit of an introductory area as well. So there's that to look forward to.
Nice. Okay, Orengo, where can they find you?
You can find me in this podcast. You can find me at the there we go, at the Movie Guy Podcast. In the Facebook page, we do like movie news and all that in Spanish. I also have my podcast called Cinemas Podcast, also in Spanish, where we once a week discuss. Most of the time, it's been like the most current movie, artsy movie that's come out, and then we compare it and contrast it to like an older classic film, and we talk about how they fare and all in that regard. But beyond that, and doesn't matter all that, you can just Google me because I'm a filmmaker and I make movies. And here's the little thing to prove that I am in the Googles. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
Yeah, that's cool. 'Cause I guess a little green now. So yeah, you can just Google me. I make movies. I'm a filmmaker. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, guys, you can find me in all my social media as Big Boss 117PR. And as well, you can see me at the Movie Guy Podcast every Tuesday and Thursday. Plus, as well as Orengo has his podcast, I have a once a month episode that I talk about video game movies. And this month's episode is going to be about Monster Hunter. That episode will be launching in the next 2 weeks. So pay attention at the Movie Guys podcast Facebook page. So nothing, guys. Remember, every Saturday at 9:30, we will have our podcast like every time. Plus, Commander Nights every Friday. And don't miss out at JP's new master class for the Cube. So pay attention to that. And nothing, guys. Here's a message from our favorite local game store. Hey geeks, do you love comics, collectibles, and TCG? Well, here at Cardboard Cave, we have the place for you. Pass by Kapitan Granuja Comics and Games and find all your favorite geeky items there. Look for them at Facebook or Instagram or call them at 787-659-7003. A store blessed by Nicole Bolas.